Today I want to talk to you a little bit about class. About class. You know, I've been around the Fort for a long, long time. I graduated from the Fort in 1978. That's a lot of years ago. But I didn't play football. Wasn't good enough. But I watched the team, and I know the coaches. And I know what it is to be a Bulldog. I know what it means to look around and see the walls. I know what it means to carry that dog and those numbers out there. And so I began to look around a little bit about being a dog in class. So on a piece of paper today, first thing that a Porte Bulldog needs to have, it needs to have character. It needs to have character. Now, character is what you really are, not what you pretend to be. Best way I can describe character is the kind of person you are when no one's looking. Character is the kind of person you are when you're not trying to impress somebody. Now, many, many years ago, there was a TV show called Leave It to Beaver. Anybody ever watched Leave It to Beaver on the rerun? Yeah. There was a guy on there named Eddie Haskell. Eddie Haskell was a guy that was Waddy's friend. And he would come up and he would go, "Yes, Mr. Cleaver. Yes, Mrs. Cleaver." And he was always so nice. But then, when he was away from the adults, he would begin to play the fool. He would begin to be a smart aleck. He wouldn't be the nice guy the way he was around the adults. Now he'd go into smart aleck mode. Now look, I know that on this team, on these teams, in this organization, I know there are some of you that are, yes, Dr. Red, yes, Mr. Red, yes, Coach, yes, this, and then when you get away from me, you start dropping F-bombs and you cuss like a sailor. I know that. I understand that. That just means you don't have any character. That just means you're one thing around adults, you're one thing around teachers, but when you get around your friends, you become someone else. That's not good. That's not good. You need to be who you are. You need to be that good guy everywhere you go. Character is not the same as reputation. You may have the reputation of being this and being that. Character is who you really are. And also, character is not how many yards you carry the ball, or how many tackles you make, or how many games you win. Character is who you are as a person. Character is how you treat other people. Character is how you take care of your business. You need to be a dog with character. Second of all, leadership. Now, it's fun to watch this team develop. It's fun to watch these teams come together. It's fun to watch you men begin to develop into leaders. Because you see, you may have the captain on your chest. You may be the leader of your little group, but real leaders are focused on other people. They make other people feel important. Now, I know that there's a lot of important people to the team. You got to have everybody. But a leader understands that everybody on the team is important. There are no unimportant team members. They promote a vision, and the vision is this: we are going to do our best on and off the field. We are going to be champions on and off the field. We are going to carry ourselves in a way that the boys and the men and the women and the girls in the Fort can watch us and see that we are men with character. We are men with class. If we win the game, awesome. But I would rather you lose the game with class than win the game and be a bunch of jerks. Leaders admit mistakes. We've talked about this before. I love it when someone makes a mistake and they look to the other team and they go, "My bad." In other words, it's my bad. I know what I did wrong. I'm not going to offer excuses. I'm going to admit my mistake. I'm going to find a solution. And I'm going to do my dead level best to make sure that I don't make that mistake again. Whether it's missing a block, dropping a ball, getting a penalty, whatever it is on that field. Now, off the field, It may be missing a homework assignment, and you go to that teacher and you say, "Teacher, I'm sorry. I forgot, I blew it, but I promise you this. I will make it up and it will not happen again. You have my word on it." That's a leader. When everybody else sees that happening, that's a leader. And leaders set the pace. You know, I watch at the end of practice when y'all start running. You got those that are up at the front who are really into it, who understands this is part of a process of being a championship team. And then you got some of you other guys that just kind of understand that we've got to get through this in order to get home. We've got to get through this in order to get us a Dr. Pepper. We've got to get through this in order to go get something cold to drink so we can go home. So I'm just going to go through the motions. A leader looks over and says, "Brother, come on, man. We've got to get this stuff going. We've got games to play." A leader is the one that sets the pace. So a dog with class has character. He is a leader, and he has accountability. That accountability is an accountability to the team that says, "I'm not going to do anything that's going to hurt this team. I'm going to take care of my classwork. I'm going to keep my nose clean off the field. I'm going to be accountable to you on the field. We are all in this together. This isn't me against Deer Park. This isn't me against Westbrook. This isn't me against 21-5A. This is us as a group of men. We are accountable one to the other." You're accountable to your community. Your community watches you. You're accountable to them. Then the next S, the S of self-discipline, is a hard thing to develop. Listen, let me tell you, the majority of our country today is lacking self-discipline. They are lacking self-discipline. They want to do what's easy rather than do the work in order to be a champion. Here's what happens. Everybody wants to play on Sunday night. Nobody wants to run sprints on Tuesday afternoon. Everybody wants to be out there on Friday nights with the light and everybody cheering and everybody's going crazy, but nobody wants to come in here and do the work, the grunt work, to lift the weight. Self-discipline says, in order for me to win on Friday, I've got to bust my behind on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and that's where I'm going to be. I've got the discipline to say yes to the things that are hard, yes to the things that aren't fun, so that I can go ahead and be a champion. You'll never be a consistent champion if you don't have self-discipline. You know, there's a lot of things that are fun. Oh, it's fun to lay on the Xbox on the couch and play Xbox. It's fun to get out there and play tickle butt with each other and goof around and all this other kind of stuff instead of doing your work. It may be even a little bit fun to go to a party and drink a little bit or maybe talk a little bit. You may say that's fun. But what that ends up doing is that ends up destroying you, ends up destroying your team because you have no self-discipline. There are things that can destroy this team that are scattered all over this school and all over this city. You have to develop this ability to say no to the things that will destroy you so you can say yes to the things that will make you a champion. You must have self-discipline. Finally, sacrifice. How many of you know who Mia Hamm is? Let me see your hand. Mia Hamm was a championship soccer player, or as they say in other places, football. Football. She was a championship athlete. Listen to what she said. I am a member of the team. I rely on the team. I defer to my team. I sacrifice for my team because the team, not the individual, is the ultimate champion. You have a team. You have a JV organization team. It is orange, it is white. But even bigger than that, you have a Bulldog organization, the freshman A, B, JV, orange, white, and varsity. You are a team. And sometimes you're going to have to sacrifice your stats for the best of the team. You know, I watched last week when we were playing on varsity. Number 23, 24 were getting the carries. Ball was doing okay. Then number 20 came in. Number 20 came in, and man, he turned it on. Everything looked good out there on the field. You know, number 23 and 24 could have pouted. Why? Because number 20 came in and got their carries. There's only so many offensive plays. There's only so many balls to go around. But yet, in order to win the game, 20 carried the ball. He had the hot hand, and so that cut into the carries of 23 and 24. J.D. Orange, you got a little taste of this when they brought down some of the varsity players to get a little rep. It cut into some of your plays. It cut into some of your time on the field. Now what you can do is you can go, that's not fair, that's not good. But yet it's the right thing to do for the team. It develops the players. It develops the players for the organization. It may be that it costs you, but it's best for the team. The principle here is sometimes what's best for the team stings like a mother. Sometimes what's best for the team hurts an individual, but we need to understand that we are all willing to sacrifice for the best of the organization. It is team first. All those other things, the MVPs, all those individual accolades, they will all come. You very seldom see a league MVP come off of a 2-8 team, do you? It comes off the championship team. It comes off the teams that excel. It comes off the teams that are filled with men that understand that they must do what is best for the team, even though it may hurt sometimes. I want you to be dogs with class. I want you to be a bulldog that demonstrates character and leadership and accountability and self-discipline and sacrifice. I want you to show it to each other. I want you to show it to that school. I want you to show it to this community, because those are the traits that will make you an effective daddy one day, an effective husband, an effective employer, an effective employee. Some of you are going to go out there and you're going to have opportunities to own businesses, and you're going to understand that these very things that make you effective in ball are going to make you effective in the business community. These very things that make you effective as a dog are going to make you effective as a daddy. These very things are things that you need to carry through your life. Maybe you were born with talent. Maybe you were born with skill. Maybe you can run fast. Maybe you can jump high. Maybe you can block hard. Maybe you can tackle. Those are things that God gives you, and you hone your skill. But there's not a one of you in here that cannot develop their character. That is a pure choice by you. Be men of character. Be men with class. Be men with leadership, accountability, self-discipline, and sacrifice. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Erskine, get yourself on up in here and shout us out, boy. You know how to do this. Let's get up. Go. Let me hear it.
What's that sign we be throwing up? LP! What's that sign?